Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. Lost my train of thought there for a second. This is episode 155. 155. Man, that's a lot of episodes. I'll go show you my coffee. Guess what time it is? It's summer sock camp time. Oh, I'm so excited. So this was blah, 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 blah. This was the first year's mug, so you can't get them anymore. But, and I want to say, I got it from the Crazy Sock Lady. That's who hosts this cal. And she had an update with new mugs, and I'm sorry to say they are all gone, but I feel like she should do another update. I don't know if she will be able to, but I was able to snag one. Oh, I'm so excited. I feel like I need to get, if she's doing summer sock camp, I need to get a mug every year. I just have to. Do I need another mug? Not really. Anyway, I have not pumpkin. Oh my. I don't have pumpkin spice. I wish I had pumpkin spice. I have peppermint mocha. I need to calm down a little. I'm really excited today. I don't know if it's summer sock camp or what. I'm excited. Okay, got my coffee. Today is Sunday, May 29th, 2022. That is correct. I think last week I forgot to say the date. That's okay. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross-stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. If you are new, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I will have all the show notes right down there in the description box. Whatever you want to call it. Just click the chevron. You know what to do. It's all down there. I'll have links to where you can find me. I'm most active on Instagram. I'll have links to bags, yarns, patterns, all that good stuff. Right down there. Okay, today I have 2 finished objects and 2 whips. I have a gift. I didn't have any stash, and then this gift showed up on Friday, so I'm like, perfect timing. So now I have something to show. I'll show my next cast-ons. I have reading and watching. And what else? I have something different this time. If you watch Natty, she had a planning video, and I am like all for that. I will explain that a little bit, what I'm going to do, and I will also put a link to that video down in the show notes down there if you want to watch it. Okay, I think we should get started. I showed you my mug. Oh, I gotta show you my t-shirt. Oh, look at this. I got this from TeePublic. I will also link that down below. I don't know where, I just came across that website. I think I typed in t-shirts in Google, and that was one of them that popped up. And then I typed knitting in the search bar, and oh my word, they have lots of knitting shirts. So if you want a knitting t-shirt, or this one, I think this one's called Planet, like plan-nite. And I was like, planets, knitting? Yes. So yeah, if you type in knitting, or I think I typed knitting in the search bar, this was one, so you will be able to find it. The shawl of the week is my Scrappy Dotted Rays shawl. Oh, I love this thing. And I did, this was my first one where I did I can't see it. Okay, you can see it. The black and white I-cord. Stripey I-cord. That one, it's not in the pattern, but I think when I was knitting this, Stephen West came out with a video on how to do the striped I-cord, and I'm like, I gotta do that. So this is by Stephen West, if I didn't say that. I haven't wore that one this much, so I love this part at the end. And I kind of, so I started with my scraps, and then I decided to do the eyelet rose a different color towards the end. I'm showing you the wrong side. Get it together. As you can see down here, my eyelet rose are in a darker color, or a tonal. I think if I were to do it again, I would do that throughout the whole shawl. I didn't do that in the beginning, as you can see. I did change colors, but I didn't do one separate color for the color change. But that is the shawl of the week. I only have one more to show you, and I think I've worn all of them. Yeah, I have my Vertices Unite. I'm going to try to wear that one next episode. Sorry if the microphone is being scratchy. Okay, what should we start with? Should we do FOs? Should we just do FOs and whips, and then we'll get on to the nonsense? All right, finish object number 1. Is it these ones? Yep. I have no idea where I was. Did I finish these last Sunday? I think I did. I think I finished them after I recorded last week. I don't remember. Oh my. Don't match. Don't care. So this is Freckled Whimsy. She has a DK and fingering weight mystery club that you can get a mini skein with, or not. And I don't know if the fingering and the DK are the same colorway. I have the DK one, so this was March 2022's color. It's called Into the Jungle. I don't know if she's going to repeat these. I think she said she's not. I don't know. But, oh, I love it. So, these are DK. I knit them on US 3s. I did 10 rows of 2x2 rib. I did my afterthought heel. I believe I knit 91 rows. When I did my toe. I did the same thing. I measured. Oh, my throat just made a weird noise. Did you hear that? Sorry. So I measured from my toe to 7 1/4 inches, and that's where I put my heel at. I feel like I should start this video over. It's already crazy. Oh well. My throat makes noises. I'm sure everybody's throats make noises, right? We're all humans. So I could have made them the leg a little bit longer. I think I did 37 rows. It's like 4 1/2 inches. So here's what I have left. I was smart enough and I brought it with me here. So this is my leftovers. So I could have done probably 2 more stripes longer if I wanted. But I'm going to wear these first. I don't know. It's getting hot out now, but I think I might like the length of these, so I don't know if I'll do them any longer next time. Anyhow, I could probably do 100 rows, make the leg a little bit longer. But this is how much I have left of the contrast, the mini, and I don't think that's enough to do toes. I don't know. When I said it was when I was going to do I think I was going to do a toe. Yes, I was going to do the toe in the second sock, and I said, hey, I'll weigh it, and then I'll know how much it takes to do a toe. Did I do that? No, I got excited, and I just did my toe. So, I think I'll just do heels with the minis for these. And I will save all of my scraps here. And you know what that means. Later on, Scrappy DK socks. Oh, there's an ant. There's an ant on my sock, guys. Red alert. Got it. Get off my sock. All right. Finish object number 2. Actually, I used the Crazy Sock Lady DK Vanilla Weight. This episode is going to be a hot mess. Yes, it is. DK Weight Vanilla Sock Pattern. I think that's what it's called. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Okay. Finish object number 2. Unfinished. Did I have these started last time? Go back to my show notes. Yes. These were a whip last time. I don't know where I was. I don't remember. But I finished them. I had a little, what you want to call it, dilemma with these socks. Mostly because summer sock camp was starting and I was like, I don't want to hurry up and finish these, but I want to finish them before the camp starts. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? At one point, I was like, all right, shorties. And then later I was like, well, maybe I'll do one, because I only had one ball of this. Felici, Whatsits Galore. That's what this colorway is. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll grab another 50-gram skein that I have and do mismatch long legs socks. And then I'm like, and then I was adding these, as I was knitting this, I'm like, no, I really want a pair of shorties. So I went back to shorties. And I finished these on Wednesday night. So Thursday and Friday I could not work on socks. It about killed me. But yep, shorty socks, these are for me. I did 12 rows of 2x2 rib. I believe I did like 3 rows of leg. Put in my afterthought heel. The afterthought heel is KnitPicks Stroll Dove Heather. They don't match. Yeah. Oh, I really love these. Yep. 64 stitches. And this one's needles I used for this was US 1.5, which is 2.5 millimeters. Yeah, I think that's it about those. And that is all my finished objects. So I finished both of these pairs before summer sock camp. So now whatever socks I cast on, count. Yes. Oh, I got a stray hair that's tickling my face. All right, are we ready for whips? Yeah, let's do whips, and then I'll do my knitting journal planning, my knitting planning journal. I guess that's what we'll call it. Oh, this one has to get back in the bag a little bit so I can show you. This is a bag that my friend made for me. And I dug out my old summer sock camp pin from last year. I'm trying to podcast over here, motorcycle. Are you done? No? You're not done yet? Are you leaving now? Maybe. So yeah, this is the last year's pin. I'm kicking myself that I did not get the first year pin. Ugh, just kicking myself. But I was able to get this year's pin. I believe Crazy Sock Lady still has those in her shop. She has some stuff. She has pins, pretty much all the yarn and all the camp yarn and the camp bags are all gone. I think she's got pins left. She's got her little tin with all of her stitch markers in it. I was tempted to get one of those, but I got a lot of those light bulb stitch markers. Do I really need more? Anyway, this yarn. This is Deep Stash. I think I got this. I don't know if this was a birthday present last year or just because present. I don't remember. Amy, do you remember when you got me this yarn? So this is Pretty Twisted Yarns, and I believe this is like her original label. So this was probably when she first opened her shop. I don't know. I think this is her original label. And this colorway is called After the Rain. I believe that she's not dyeing self-striping anymore, which makes me sad because this is the first time I'm knitting it, and I'm like, oh, I should have bought some when she had it. I know she does like a mystery self-striping club, but I don't know. All right, so since yesterday was cast-on day for summer sock camp, I got up early on Saturday. I'm that crazy person. I'm like, oh, I went to bed a little bit early, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting up early, and I'm casting on, and I'm working on these all day, and I did. Oh, what? Oh my word. This is giving me life. Oh my word. The cuff, I'm like, I'm going to start with red, see what happens. The whole cuff is in the rainbow and like a couple rows in the gray. The toe is all rainbow. I couldn't plan that better myself. I'm kind of sad. These are going to be for a friend. And I'm like, oh, I wish my sock would have. My sock that I make is probably not going to work out this way. Her foot's a little bit longer than mine, but I might do 15 rows of cuff instead of my usual 12 so I can get all the rainbow. I split the skein in half, so I have 50 grams for me, so I can make myself some. But, oh, so these are going to be shorties. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough to do a heel. So I finished my toe. I cut the gray section out. I'm saving it. And then I'm going to show you here in a second. I started the second sock because I want these to match. And so far, so good. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough to do a heel. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have a rainbow sequence to do the heel in, which is kind of what I wanted, but I don't think I'm going to have it because this is 4 rainbow repeats in a sock. So I will do the second sock and then we will evaluate. I might just have gray bits left to do the heel, or I might have to, I don't know. Amy, these are going to be for you. Happy little yarn. We will discuss what kind of heel you want. I'm kind of tempted to do a hot pink pucker heel, but I don't know. We will see how much yarn I have left after I do the second sock. I kind of want to do it in just gray too, but I have gray yarn, but it's probably not going to perfectly match that because it's kind of like a tonally gray. So, I don't know. We will discuss. Or you can comment below. Whatever you want. I know you're watching. And I know I can't surprise you with socks. So this is going to be part of your birthday present. And here is the second sock. I just cast it on. That's why I'm a little late recording today. Yeah, it's 10:23. Usually I like to start at 10 o'clock or like 9:30ish. But I'm like, I gotta finish that toe and I gotta cast on the sock. So here's the second sock. I am going to be in the Magic Loop cabin for life over on the Crazy Sock Lady Ravelry group. That's where her cal is hosted. Or if you don't do Ravelry, you can use hashtags. I'll be using hashtags too. On Instagram. Yeah, go over to her Ravelry group or her website. She has all of the rules. It's pretty easy. You just knit socks. You can knit shorties. You can knit knee-high socks. You can knit, full-length socks, DK socks, any socks. Worsted weight socks. No slippers. She said no slippers. You can even knit those new socks that everybody's knitting, those journey socks. You can make those. So yeah, knit all the socks. So these are on my Chiaogoo red lace, 2.5 millimeter, which is a US 1.5, 32-inch cord. I do mine one at a time. I used to do my socks 2 at a time all the time. And then I just got tired of having to drop and pick up my yarn all the time. I liked having the yarn in my hand all the time, and then I could just flip-flop through the rows, and it was so much faster. So yeah. And if you're curious about my stitch markers, I will link a video down below. And yeah, I'm going to put my heel right there. They look really awkward when they're just little tubes like this. They look like, you know, those little mitts for babies. They kind of look like that for adults. So they don't scratch their face, you know. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's what they look like until you put the heel in. It's like, what? It's going to fit? That's not going to fit. It's going to fit. And there's the chunk of gray that I cut out to start my second sock. So I have this. We will figure out what I'm going to do for the heel. And those will definitely be done by next week. It might be even done today if I really work at it, because I finished that one sock pretty much in one day. Oh, I hope you guys can hear the birdies. Oh, I just love birdies. And I'm having a lot of squirrel moments on this episode, sorry. Okay, so yeah, those will be done. No problem. And that will be sock number 1 for camp. I will try to keep you updated how many socks. I want to thank everybody for your comments about how many socks you would think I would knit. I think you were all like in the ballpark. A lot of you said, I think I said 24 I knit last year, and a lot of you guys said like, oh, you can do 30, you can do 28, maybe 25. So I guess it depends really on how many shorty socks I make, because I could finish a pair of shorty socks in like 3 days tops. So yeah, if I knit a lot of shorties, I can get out a lot of pairs, but we'll see. I'll probably just, a lot of my skeins I'll probably just split in half and probably make my friend a bunch of socks. Like I did for last year, and then I just gave them to her for Christmas. Probably gave her a heart attack with all the socks I gave her. We will see. Okay, my last whip. This is the whip that saved me from casting on socks, because I was like, finish my socks on Wednesday. Summer sock camp doesn't start till Saturday. What am I going to do with myself? So this whip, so this is what I worked on. And it's in an acquisition. This is part of my my gift. My KnitPicks gift from Amy. So now I can see my pretty blanket. I got my row counter in there. I love this thing. I have like 3 or 4 of these. They're my faves. Okay, this is my Painting Bricks blanket by Stephen Wist. I feel like my throat's going to make another weird noise. Sorry if it does. Oh, I got so much done this week. Holy moly. 1, 2, 3. I got 4 repeats done. It's curling a little bit. I'm getting kind of worried about that. I'm not going to have room to block this thing. It's kind of getting wavy. Look at this. So see my marker right there? Look at that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 8 colors done. I added 8 colors. Oh, that yellow. This is all KnitPicks Stroll, held double. My main color is ash, and then I'm just using scraps of, yeah. And then here's the back. The back looks cool. Whoop, caught on my microphone. There's the back. Oh, I'm using US 7s, using a fixed needle this time. Chiaogoo, red lace. I'm leaving my ends in as I go here. Weaving them in as I go, so yay. Won't have to do that later. What else? I'll talk about this more in my knitting planner, my plan knitting. But yeah, I love it. So yeah, I worked on this pretty much all day Thursday and all day Friday. Oh my word, there's a big spider over there. Oh, I hate spiders. I can't stand them. Ugh, don't come over here. You stay over there on that wall. You hear me? You come over here, you're gonna die. This is the bug episode. We got ants and we got spiders. You can tell it's getting warmer out. So yeah, this is what I got so far. Nothing else really much to say. This knit is very, very easy. The cast on is a little fiddly, takes a little while, but once you get past that I-cord cast on, it's smooth sailing. It's mostly knit, pretty much knit stitches, knit and slip. There is purl rows in the colors, but that's it. Oh, where'd that spider go? He's not on the wall anymore. Oh my word, he's coming towards me, guys. It's alright, I got my shoe over here. I'll get my shoe ready, so if he comes any closer, we're going to do some spider killing. Sorry guys if you like spiders. But if he comes over my yarn stash, he's got to die. Alright, enough with killing spiders. I moved my stitch marker. Let's see how much I get done this week. I still want to work on this. Really? Yeah, you go that way. Go back. Yeah, you saw my shoe, didn't you? You know what was going to happen. Don't mind me, I'm just talking to a spider. I've lost my marbles. Alright, and that's it for that. I will talk about my plans with that blanket here, and you have to be kidding me. An ant just landed in my coffee. And I don't have anything to scoop it out with. Do I drink it still? That's disgusting. I'm glad I noticed that before I drank it. I'll just drink out of this side. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Gross. I probably am grossing you guys out now. Oh, she just dug an ant out of her coffee and now she's drinking it. Man, stupid bugs. Okay, distracted. We need to keep on going because this might be a long episode now. Okay, should we talk about... Let's talk about reading and watching real quick, and then we'll go back to knitting stuff. So I finished Joyland by Stephen King. Very good. Read that. That's a nice, it's a good summer read. I don't know where I listened to some podcast about summer reading, and they picked that book, and yes, it was excellent. I started Wolfsong by TJ Klune. Kevin and Ray, in their last episode, were talking about a lot of TJ Klune books, and I'm like, I've read like 2 of his, and I'm like, I really like those. I need to go back and read some of his older stuff. So I'm going to start that series. I forgot what it's called. Is it Green Creek? I think it's Green Creek. I'm doing that on Audible. And then on my Kindle, I am still reading Castle of Wizardry. That's the Pawn of Prophecy series, number 4. I believe I'm almost halfway done with that. And I'm also going to start Harry Potter number 3 real soon here, because that's part of my cast-ons. I have to keep looking at my coffee. I guess that that ant liked peppermint mocha, I guess. Yeah, that's it for reading. All right, watching. We finished that one series by Mike Myers. It's on Netflix. What is it called? I can't pronounce it. The Pentraverate. I think that's what you call it. It was okay. It's kind of silly, kind of raunchy. There's only 6 episodes, so, and they're like half-hour-ish long, so it didn't take us that long to watch. Now, if it was like a full, like, 20 episodes, I don't think I would like it. And I don't know if it's going to be, if there's a second season, I'm probably not going to watch it. It was okay. I finished Breaking Bad season 4. Oh my word. That last episode, I don't want to give too much away, but I had another like jaw-dropping experience with that show. I'm like, I instantly, probably towards the end, I'm like, I stopped knitting whatsoever, and I was just staring at the TV, and I'm like, I think I read a spoiler. Yes, Netflix spoiled it for me, so I was almost done with season 4, so I went to go add season 5. And like I try not to read the description, but like the first sentence gave something away, and I'm like, oh no. So I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know how, and oh my. So it was okay. But yes, oh, I loved it. So now I'm on the last season. I started that, so I have one more season left. I don't know. I want to finish it before the kids are done with school, but I don't think it's going to happen because I have a lot of discs left. So we're going to have to think of something because they cannot be around watching that. That is absolutely not a kid show whatsoever. So I know like sometimes in the afternoons I give them time to like technology time. We call it tea time around here. Tea time. So maybe I'll watch my shows when they do that. So we'll just have to switch my schedule around because I want to finish that show. It's so good. And then my husband and I started watching Merlin season 1. It's okay. It reminds me of what's that show we just finished? Atlantis. I'm like, this reminds me of Atlantis. And my husband said, oh, well, yeah, it's the same writers and directors. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I don't know. The talking dragon is kind of a little cheesy. There's a talking dragon in it. So, yeah, that's it for reading and watching. Okay, should we do my knitting journal planning knitting journal? So here it is. I just got it at my grocery store. Just got a notebook. It's like, I just want a notebook. I want it now because I want to start this now. I didn't want to wait and get it on Amazon. So here is my setup here. Pretty much did her format. I just changed it a little bit. So I got out all of the yarns that I wanted to make socks with in June. And I have my blanket on here. It's my whip. I don't know if I'm going to put my Pretty Twisted yarns on here because as a whip, because I feel like I'm probably going to finish it before June, so I may not even add this on here. So I want to cast on my DVD socks. I'm going to do 2 shorties this time. I'll show my yarn in a minute here. Night Owl Fibers, Mustache, Nomadic. I want to do all shorties for those. And then Felici. I'm going to do full length Felici. So these ones are going to be for my kiddo. And then I want to finish all of those. So that I put them finished. And my plans to finish, so I counted it, I did by weeks. Hers she did a little bit differently, but since I knit a pair of socks in a week, it was kind of weird to do the setup that she had. I'll link the video down below so you can watch what she did something similar to this. So we're like, all right, for this week I want to finish. This one I'm not quite sure. This is just a guess. But for my blanket, I would like to do 1 repeat a week. And that's 2 colors. obviously this week I did 4, or I did 8 colors, but I feel like it might be different because now it's summer sock camp, and I want to focus on socks, but I still want to take a break from my socks to work on my blanket. So for this week, I said two colors, 1 repeat for every week. Does that make sense? Since this week starts on today, I just put 6/1 to start my DVD socks because that's when I can cast on. So I want to do my DVD socks first. Then I want to do my Night Owl Fibers yarn. I'm reading this backwards. I know it's correct for you guys. Mustache yarn, and then Nomadics, and then the Felici. That is the order that I want to do them because I want to finish my DVD socks first. And the Night Owl Fibers is going to be a gift. Her birthday's in June, so I got to finish those first. Luckily, her birthday's at the end of June, so I feel like I can finish those within the week and a half. And then my maintenance, I might change this a little bit. So I divided my knitting time into morning, afternoons, and evenings. So I put socks in the morning, and afternoon I put socks and blanket, and then evenings I put sock and blanket. Now I think I'm going to change it because it's going to get hot out here in a little bit. So this might change a little bit. So I might want to do my blanket in the morning and in the evening, and then do socks in the afternoon. Or I guess I'm not going to do blanket every day. So I don't know. We're just going to play that by ear. I kind of already do this already. I usually pick a project, I work on it in the morning, and then after lunch I pick on a project. I work on it till dinner, and then I have my evening project. I wonder where that spider went. I don't see it. Oh, jeez, if it's on my yarn, I'm going to freak out here. So I already kind of do this, but writing it all down is very helpful. So I think I'm going to continue with this, and crossing things off is going to be so satisfying. I am that type of person that likes making to-do lists, and crossing it off is just like, oh, it just feels so good. I am one of the weird ones. I did post a picture of this on my Instagram, so if you can't read it very well, you can go over there and check it out. But yeah, and check out that video if you want. It was very helpful. So I think I might do that from now on, because a lot of the times usually as I'm knitting a sock, I'm like, what am I going to work on next? What am I going to work on next? So having to sitting down and picking out all of the yarns that I want to do in that month, I don't have to think about that anymore when I'm knitting my sock. It's like, all right, I'm almost done. I can start that one. Or I'm almost done with this. I need to wind that yarn so I can start it. You know what I mean. So yeah, that is my knitting planning journal. Knitting to-do journal. I don't know what to call it. All right, my next cast-ons. This is my next DVD yarn. I had you guys all vote for me down there in last week's episode, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but I was keeping a tally. It was really close for my my YouTube comments, so I went and did a post on Instagram. It was a tie. It was a tie. I picked 2 colors that everybody's like, oh, I picked 2 good of colors, I guess. So I decided, since these are going to be for my friend, I'm going to do 2 pairs of shorties, one for me and one for her. We're both going to have mismatched socks. I figured we have to have these ones, right? Because we're friends, and Woody and Buzz were friends. So these are going to be my next cast on Wednesday. So I'll have these started next week. Finished? Probably not. Maybe 1 pair. I don't know. And I'm going to cast this on. This is the Night Owl Fibers one. This is the Harry Potter colorway, the Phoenix. I like to read a Harry Potter book and knit a pair of socks. I like to do this once a year. So I'm going to make shorties for her I split this in half, so I can knit myself a pair of shorties next year. I'll probably do next year. Oh, my foot's falling asleep. Oh, my word. Okay. So, if I finish those rainbow socks before the 1st, I'm going to cast these on. I might not get that much done, because once it's Wednesday, I'm casting on the DVDs, and I'm going to focus on those. So, we will see. These might be cast on. I might only have a cuff. Depends on when I finish those rainbow socks. So those are the next cast-ons that are going to happen probably this week. Definitely, at least one of them. You know what? I'm probably going to cast on both of them. Who am I kidding? Okay, my KnitPicks haul. This was from a friend. I said, "Oh, I need to buy more gray for my blanket. I'm running out." And she's like, "Don't buy any other colors." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "I'm just gonna get gray." This is why she said don't get any other colors. Oh, look at that! Oh, my word, is beautiful. Oh, and pucker, pucker, pucker. Oh, yarn down. But, yes. So that's why she said didn't buy any colors. So these are going to go on my blankie. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, did I just shake the camera? I probably did. Sorry, guys. This episode is... I'm out of it. I'm out of it. Oh, and this, I got to show this. This is the cutest thing ever. Look at this. Oh, my word. Look at this little llama. Is it a llama? Or is it an alpaca? I'm going to say it's a llama, but I don't know. Oh, my word. Look at that. Cute. Feet. Oh, that's so tiny and precious. And the big thing. This is the big thing. Now, I'm a little afraid to admit. This is kind of embarrassing, but I'm just going to throw it out there. I do not have a Swift. I have a ball winder, and I usually put the skein around my knees, and then I just kind of, wind it that way. And my friend's like, "You need a Swift. You need a Swift." And I'm like, "Oh, I'll get to it." And I never bought one. And look what she got me. She got me a Swift. So now I feel like now I am a professional. I'm a professional knitter now. So I gotta figure out how to use this thing. Let's see how it goes. It can't be that difficult, right? I think the table in my basement is probably gonna be the best setup for this clamp and the clamp of my ball winder. Because usually I just sat on the couch. I put my ball winder on a chair and just put the chair in front of me, and that's how I've been winding my yarn forever. So this might be a game changer. So thank you, Amy. Oh, I can't believe it. I have a Swift. So I gotta try this out. But I wound all of my yarn that I was gonna do this month. So if I finish all my socks before June, then I'll just pick something randomly out of my stash here and I'll wind it up. Or I'll just wait till next month. But, oh my word. I have a Swift. Oh, I'm a professional. So we'll see how that works. And for storing wise, I'll probably just leave it in my basement because that's probably where I'm going to do all of my winding. I'll just have to not wind. I'll have to plan my winding because my husband's still working from home and he is in the basement. So I'll have to make sure I wind my yarn like after dinner or on the weekends or something. because he's probably not going to be too happy if I'm down there winding yarn, because it might be loud. We will see. 45 minutes. Oh my word, we got to end this. Okay. Life stuff real fast. Not much has happened. Weather it's getting hot. It's going to be hot here the next, I think it's going to be 83 today, and like 88 tomorrow, and 90 on Tuesday. And then it's going to go back into mid-70s. So we're going to have a few hot days. Yeah, I have my windows open right now. It's nice out right now, but it's probably going to get hot here in a couple hours. Knitting goals, plans. I still have a hair I feel like it keeps tickling my face. I'm gonna stick with, now that this is like technically the first week of June, I'm gonna focus on my knitting plan, my knitting planner. I would like to finish those rainbow socks. I would like to at least put 2 colors in my blanket this week. I don't know. We will see. I might get more. I might get less. We're going to stick with 2 colors, and then we will adjust the schedule for the rest of the month if I need to. Yeah, I really don't have anything else. I got to end this because it's going to take forever to upload. It's getting to be 50 minutes. Yeah, I really don't have anything else. Thank you, Amy, for all the, my KnitPicks haul. Thank you. I think I said thank you already, but I'll say thank you again. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the description box down there. I love reading those. I don't have any questions. I don't have any questions for you. I don't have a poll for you. Yeah, I think I've asked about summer sock camp before. I'm not going to ask that again. If you're joining, high five. Let's go. Let's knit all the socks. If you're not, I think you should join. I'm pretty sure she's going to have prizes, but with the amount of people that are participating in this, even though I might knit 30 socks, I feel like I'm not going to win because there's just so many people. It was a lot last year too. I did win a prize the first year, but that was because it was a lot smaller. Now there's so many people. The finished objects for the magic loop socks is probably going to be in the 10,000s. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I think last year it was probably like 5,000. I don't know. I have to remember that. I'll have to go back and see if it's still in her group. Probably not, though. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm still going to knit all the socks. I don't care if I don't win a prize. I love knitting. I just love knitting socks. And I love a good knit along. Even if I don't win, it's very motivating. And this planner is very motivating for me. So, we're going to stick with it and see how that goes. If I enjoy it, I'm going to keep on doing that. And since this is the last episode in May, next week I will share my stash down stats for May. I will share my stats for May. These socks will not count because I bought these this year. So, womp womp. But my sweater did count, so I have a good meters for May. So we will talk about that next week. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Share this if there's anybody that likes knitting podcasts and you would think would like my awkward little podcast. I don't know if they should start with this episode because I feel like I'm all over the place. Lots of squirrel moments. You know, me talking to bugs. I don't know. You probably found it entertaining, right? I still don't know where that spider went. I saw him for like most of the episode, and now I can't see him. Or her. I don't know. Anyway, we're at 50 minutes. We're going to end this. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.